The Contemporary World Course Project by Ednaline Abalye. The Social Dilemma Podcast. Social media plays a very important role in our society. Most people are relying on different social media platforms nowadays for communication, research, study, information, work, and all other aspects of life. With the help of social media, applications like Facebook, Messenger, or WhatsApp, communication become easier with people who are miles away from us. Example of these are the overseas Filipino workers. It has a big impact on them that they are able to keep in touch with their loved ones and making their life abroad easier and ease their homesickness. The influence of social media in terms of politics is very powerful. People get their political news primarily through social media and creates a big impact on how politicians are viewed. One example of these are the outcome of online polls or surveys. They engage online audiences and provide them as well as politicians and the media with an immediate snapshot of public opinion, and this can be used to influence citizens' voting decisions, just like the 2016 Philippine presidential election. Because of President Rodrigo Duterte being the highest in online polls, people got curious and began to check on him, what he did in Davao, his works, how he governs his province, and because of that, this influenced voters' perception towards him that eventually led to his victory as the 16th Philippine president. Indeed, social media has a lot of benefits and very helpful for everyone, but also harmful if it is used in bad ways. There are 5 things that I learned upon watching a Netflix film called The Social Dilemma. First, not all you see, read, or hear from the social media is true. You have to feel and perceive on what is fake or real. Example of these are the beauty applications. Appearances look different from the social media posts, but when you see that person personally, it totally looks different. Second, social media is manipulating minds of people. With the use of social media, it slowly affects our way of thinking. For example, the teenage girl in the film who keeps on posting her selfies in her social media account to get people's attention. It's simply urging her to keep on posting more and more for likes. She did filters, making funny faces, but when certain person commented about her appearance, she got depressed. Insecurity began to fill her system. Third, money is the root of all evils. Because of thinking about profits or gain, companies tend to keep on creating apps without realizing the negative impact of it on people. Companies analyzes one's data and uses propaganda to recommend on what people should be doing or watching to get paid via ads, even if it will turn to addiction afterwards. Fourth, it became an eye-opener for me that social media is indeed very addicting, and it is slowly killing our own mentality and perspective towards life. In the film, the family has nearly torn apart because of their social media addiction. Even when they are eating dinner, no conversation has taken place because all of the kids are on their mobile phones. We must take a time to rest from social media. We must have time for our family. Family matters most, and when you have a problem, friends on social media won't help you. Family is. They are the first that you can rely on. They will be the one to help you and be at your back no matter what happens. Lastly, you are totally responsible for your life. Social media is the product of people's unending knowledge. We build these things, so we must be responsible for it. Rather than looking for someone or something else to blame, you must know that you are in charge of what is going on. You can do something about it. You can control and fight your addiction towards social media. There's a quote in the film that caught my attention. It says, "If you're not paying for the product, then you are the product." It leads me to question that why do companies made apps like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter free for people? A realization hit me that there is a greater picture behind it. Everybody wants things for free, but we seldom question what it means to get something for free. The truth is, we are the product. We became the milking cows of these companies. They make billions of money by analyzing our data, and they use algorithms to drive up our usage to keep us scrolling and to keep us coming back. Then they insert ads. These ads, when we click it, view it, and buy the products, then they achieve their goal of making lots of money. So in the end, we are really the product. One key issue in the documentary that I observed is, despite elaborating and keeping insights about the negative outcome or impact of what these tech companies do to our data, it somewhat contradicts on what they say in the film that we need to accept that it's okay for companies to be focused on making money. It is true that companies must make income to stay in business, but focusing on money alone won't make the business best as it can be. There are important things to consider also, not just money. How about the consumer, the product itself, the outcome of the service provided? I believe companies have a moral obligation to look for ways to do well while doing right, to create business that makes a world better place while making a profit. For me, it is not okay to be focused only in making money. What we needed to look for is the betterment of everyone. This is not just a one-sided gain. Money is not all that matters. We need to think about the consequences of our action. The world is a beautiful place to live in, so we must make peace, love, and use God's creation for the benefit of each and everyone. The Contemporary World Course Project by Ednalyn Abalye. The Social Dilemma Podcast.